What makes Samson one of the most fascinating figures in the Bible? His story is a blend of divine miracles, extraordinary strength, personal flaws, and ultimate redemption. From his miraculous birth foretold by an angel to his legendary feats of strength and his tragic downfall, Samson's life is a compelling tale of faith and human frailty. Each episode of his life, from the riddle at Timnah to his final act of strength, reveals deeper lessons about trust, betrayal, and divine justice. Now let's explore the untold story of the strongest man in the Bible and uncover the powerful lessons it holds for us today. The miraculous birth of Samson. Samson's story begins with a divine announcement that changed everything. An angel of the Lord appeared to Manoah's wife, who had been unable to have children, and delivered an astonishing message. She would bear a son who would begin to deliver Israel from the Philistines. This child, named Samson, was to be a Nazirite from birth, dedicated to God, with his hair never to be cut. This miraculous birth not only brought hope to a barren woman, but also set the stage for Samson's extraordinary life. His unique calling was evident from the very beginning, marking him as a pivotal figure in Israel's history. The divine nature of his birth highlighted the special purpose God had for him, preparing him to lead and protect his people against their enemies. This miraculous event set in motion a series of incredible feats and challenges that would define Samson's legacy as one of the strongest and most enigmatic figures in the Bible. Samson's unmatched strength. Samson's strength was legendary, and it all stemmed from his Nazirite vow and uncut hair. Imagine witnessing a man who could kill a lion with his bare hands, a feat of incredible power that set the stage for his future exploits. Samson's strength didn't stop there. He once killed 30 Philistines to settle a bet and, in another awe-inspiring display, defeated 1,000 Philistines with nothing but the jawbone of a donkey. These acts were not just demonstrations of physical might, but also symbols of divine empowerment. Samson's extraordinary abilities were a clear sign that he was destined to deliver Israel from their enemies. Each feat of strength underscored his role as a chosen instrument of God's will, showcasing not only his physical power but also the spiritual significance behind his actions. These incredible acts made Samson a true hero in the eyes of the Israelites, fulfilling his destiny as their deliverer and protector. The riddle at Timnah. During his marriage to a Philistine woman from Timnah, Samson's cunning was on full display. He posed a riddle to 30 Philistine men, wagering 30 garments, a significant bet at the time. The riddle, based on his personal encounter with the lion he had killed, was a mystery to the Philistines. Out of the eater, something to eat. Out of the strong, something sweet. Unable to solve it, they coerced Samson's wife into revealing the answer. This betrayal by his wife angered Samson and led to a series of violent confrontations. He paid his debt by slaying 30 Philistines to take their garments. This incident marked the beginning of Samson's tumultuous relationship with the Philistines, highlighting his resourcefulness and the escalating tension between them. The riddle at Timnah was more than just a game. It set the stage for a deeper conflict, showcasing Samson's ability to outwit his enemies and the brewing storm of retribution and violence that would define his interactions with the Philistines. The foxes and the fields. In a dramatic act of vengeance, Samson captured 300 foxes, tied their tails together in pairs, and attached torches to them. Imagine the chaos as he released these torch-bearing foxes into the Philistines' grain fields, vineyards, and olive groves. The destruction was immense, with flames spreading rapidly and consuming their crops. This calculated act of retribution was Samson's furious response to the Philistines giving his wife to another man. It not only showcased his ingenuity, but also his relentless determination to punish those who wronged him. This event further escalated the already intense conflict between Samson and the Philistines, fueling a cycle of revenge and violence. The devastation of the Philistines' agricultural resources was a significant blow, symbolizing the far-reaching consequences of betrayal and the fierce wrath of Samson. This episode underscores the lengths Samson would go to in order to avenge his honor, setting the stage for even greater confrontations with his enemies. The gates of Gaza. Samson's strength and defiance reached new heights during his visit to Gaza. While there, he visited a prostitute, and the Philistines saw an opportunity to capture him. They surrounded the city and waited until morning to ambush him. However, Samson had other plans. In the middle of the night, he got up, went to the city gates, and in an astonishing display of strength, uprooted the massive gates along with their posts and bar. He then carried them all the way to the top of a hill facing Hebron. This incredible feat not only humiliated the Philistines, but also served as a powerful symbol of Samson's divine strength and ability to overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles. The sight of the city gates, a symbol of Gaza's security, being carried away by one man, was a vivid reminder of the extraordinary power that Samson wielded through God's empowerment. This act of defiance further solidified Samson's reputation as a formidable force and demonstrated his unwavering resolve to defy his enemies at every turn. The betrayal by Delilah. Samson's downfall began with his deep affection for Delilah, a woman bribed by the Philistines to uncover the secret of his immense strength. Despite several failed attempts to extract this secret, Delilah's persistence paid off. She eventually coaxed the truth from Samson, that his uncut hair was the source of his strength. Trusting her, Samson revealed his vulnerability. While he slept, Delilah had his hair shaved off, rendering him powerless. The Philistines seized this opportunity to capture him, leading to his imprisonment and humiliation. This betrayal marked the beginning of Samson's greatest trials, stripping him of his physical power and freedom. Yet it also set the stage for his ultimate redemption. Blinded and bound, Samson's faith was renewed as he called upon God for strength one last time. Delilah's deceit underscores the peril of misplaced trust and the devastating consequences of betrayal, making it a pivotal moment in Samson's tumultuous life. This turning point highlights both the vulnerability of even the strongest individuals and the possibility of redemption through faith and perseverance. Samson's final act of strength. Blinded and imprisoned, Samson's faith was renewed in his final days. During a grand Philistine celebration in the temple of Dagon, Samson, now a prisoner, was brought out to entertain the crowd. In this moment of despair, Samson prayed to God for strength one last time. With his hair beginning to grow back and his faith restored, he placed his hands on the temple pillars and pushed with all his might. The structure collapsed, killing Samson and thousands of Philistines. This final act of strength was not just a display of physical power, but a profound moment of repentance and divine justice. Samson's last prayer and sacrifice fulfilled his destiny as Israel's deliverer, demonstrating that even in his weakness, God's power was made perfect. His death avenged his earlier betrayals and highlighted the themes of redemption and divine retribution. Samson's final act underscored the enduring message that faith and repentance can lead to ultimate victory, even in the face of overwhelming odds. This dramatic conclusion to Samson's story cemented his legacy as a flawed yet heroic figure in biblical history. And that concludes the incredible story of Samson, the strongest man in the Bible. His life is a powerful testament to the complexities of faith, strength, and redemption. If you found Samson's journey as fascinating as we did, make sure to subscribe to Glorious Gospels for more inspiring biblical tales. Don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might be inspired by Samson's story. Thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more enlightening content.